thought they went well. Hello and welcome to the Turf. Yeah, you're pointing back at him, right?
Yeah.
I'm Britta Green, he's Joshua Robinson, and we had a nice little GSL showdown tonight.
Yeah, both Central Valley and Mt Spokane came into tonight undefeated in league play.
This was Mt Spokane's first real test of the season as they blew out both Cheyney and Ridgeline in previous weeks. CV had a 14-3 lead at the half. Bears came out and extended that lead. Quarterback Luke Abshire passes to Dylan Graville for a 35-yard touchdown to bring the score to 21-3. It looked like CV was going to run away with this one, but the Wildcats hang in there. Mount Spokane mounts the charge. Kennan Flanagan goes up top to Blake Spear to get him inside the 5. Very next play, the handoff is to Jackson Kink, the huge fullback. There we go. That's a touchdown. Plows into the end zone. Mount Spokane mounts a late charge, but CV hangs on to win it 21-9. Meanwhile, Mount Spokane's rival Mead traveling to Gonzaga Prep. Prep raced out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Mateo Sacamano goes for a 64-yard touchdown, extending the Bullpups lead 21-0. Second, Prep is back for more. The pitch is to Nick Banky. He takes it all the way around the left edge, sneaks it into the end zone. Bullpups up 28-0 late in the first half. Quarterback Ryan McKenna, how many times have I said this before, decides to keep it himself. Weaves his way up the middle to make it 35-0. Prep remains undefeated, cruises to a 56-21 win.
Well, if he wasn't so good at it. Hey, the debut of a new rivalry in Spokane Valley tonight, Ridgeline versus U-High. The Titans playing a very unwelcome host to the Falcons. We're going to go straight into the final minutes of the first half, though. It's pretty much a back-and-forth affair. Down by 16, 5.5 minutes to halftime. Tanner Smith with that dump over the middle to Cole LeGrant. It's a great run, but there's also a roughing the passer call, putting them into U-High territory. Now look at this. We're going to show you this incomplete pass here. Look at the right side of your screen. Is that pass or interference? We're going to slow it down. You be the judge, but still another lucky break. But this next play, no disputing this one. Smith is going to cough up the fumble right here. One play later, but there is still some fight in Ridgeline because 2 plays later, watch this, it is the Titans who are going to give up a fumble. But Brenna, on this next play, something I've never seen before. 1:26 left in the half. Smith looking for LeGrant again, but he's picked off by senior Rico Longo, who runs so fast he caused my camera to lose focus. Returning it for the touchdown. All joking aside, I had a little human error with my camera right there, but with 5 seconds left in the half, U-High would redeem me. Another pick. This is a pick 6. Watch this. Trey Buchanan tosses up the deuces right there. He is gone. U-High goes up by 30. Final score, Titans win 43-20. Meanwhile, the Cheyney Blackhawks continued their search for their first win of the season tonight on the road against West Valley. Folks, the first half of this one, all about tough, gritty running. First quarter off the motion, Nehemiah Flatt takes that handoff. He drags, it looks like the whole entire Eagle line before he goes down. But later in the first, Jake Barker says, anything you can do, I can do better. It takes 5 Blackhawks to bring him down. We're going to go to the second now. It is still scoreless. Rayshawn Eaton is going to take that high snap himself into a full sprint into the red zone. Tough run there. On the next play, Eaton's going to toss it to Reese Hansen. Now, this is a scary-looking hit. We want to show you here. That's a tough one. It just inches away from the end zone, and we have some good news here. Just a few seconds later, he gets up, walks off on his own. Cheers to the Eagle faithful. The cheers continue. 2 plays later, Ethan Carroll just needs a few inches, and he guts his way in for the score. West Valley would keep Cheyney off the board all night. It's a shutout, 17-0.
Over in Idaho now, Lewiston making the long drive to Sandpoint. This is probably the best game of the evening. Lewiston up 21-20 in the third. Check out this move, almost like a ballerina from quarterback Jace McArcher. That makes it 28-20. Sandpoint down a couple of touchdowns in the third quarter. They start their comeback on their own 31. Parker Pettit to Jarrett Cox. Cox had multiple touchdowns tonight. This makes it 34-27 with 1:57 to go in the third. And guess what? We're going to head to overtime tied at 34. Lewiston scores first with a pass from McArcher to James White. There you go. All right, we've got the first score overtime. At Sandpoint, they're going to be like, all right, well, we got you. Cool. They're going to counter back with the score on 4th down. Nice catch by Max Frank. Wow, that's some stones right there. They decide, let's end this game. We're going for 2. Frank finds Ari Vandenberg in the end zone. This is your game winner, folks. Sandpoint wins 42-41. What an incredible game.
That's why you go for it on the 4th.
Yep. More 5A versus 4A action as Post Falls hosting Lakeland. And Josh, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Carson Tucker this evening. You're going to see after he scores this touchdown, he starts counting on his fingers. Then he holds up 4, right? Why? Because that was his 4th touchdown of the evening. Let's go, man. That puts Post Falls up 35-14 in the second half. They just keep rolling from there on out. They win 41-14.
Yeah, there's a theme this week. More 5A versus 4A as Moscow played at Lake City. You want to see a magician? Because that is Zach Johnson. We got the legend, now we got the magician tonight. Yep. Several incredible circus catches in the first half. That is nuts.
Yeah,
but,
check this one out.
Yeah, wow. But hey, Lake City would have no points until, of course, Zach Johnson catches that amazing 4th and 11 ball for the touchdown with just seconds remaining in the first half. Lake City goes on to win 26-12.
After the break, it's time to head to the small school level. We'll see you on the other side.